Okay, this is Heidi Dunn for Education 6250. We're taking a look today at obstacles to technology integrations in schools. And I have 6 key factors that I want to talk about that makes it difficult for schools to integrate technology. The first factor that I want to take a look at is infrastructure. So the Consortium for School Networking report 2018-2019, which was actually published in 2017, mentions a lot of different things, but the things that I took into account, I guess, was broadband and the fact that a lot of rural schools don't have broadband, um, or maybe schools that don't have the same amount of money as other schools. Also, the speed of the network and cybersecurity issues, all of that is part of infrastructure. And that can prevent some schools for truly adopting the technology the way they should. I'm going to use an example from our high school. So this year we had to do a network speed change, and at the beginning of the year, I would be in the middle of my class, and my Apple TV would constantly cut out as soon as like more than 4 kids got on the internet at the same time. I was having problems accessing. It would kick me off before it would kick them off. Since we updated, I haven't had any problems getting kicked off the network while I'm teaching. Okay, my second obstacle is a lack of meaningful preparation and training for teachers. So this is mostly, I found some information written by Bates in 2015, Chapter 11 of Ensuring Quality Teaching in a Digital Age. And also Hugh and Brush mentioned that there's the lack of specific technology knowledge and skills is the common reasons given by teachers for not using technology. I think this is pretty much a given. If we don't know how to use the technology, well within the classroom, then we're going to fall back on the things that we are comfortable doing within the classroom, and that may not involve the best technology for the job. A lot of times at in-services and things like that, teachers are introduced to new technology and things that we can use, but we're not given any time to implement them into the classroom. It's just getting all these ideas within a one-day workshop, like we do at McHenry High School with the other district area schools, all come together for this great big hoopla in the fall. But at the end of it, there's no additional time given to try to add those things to our curriculum. So even though I saw some really good ideas at that workshop, I can't use them. Next is a stagnant school structure. As we all know, we've been working under the same school structure that we have since basically we were an agricultural society, and that gives us less than 60 minutes per class in our classroom at the secondary school level. And as Becker points out in 2000, the time limit constrains the variety of learning modalities teachers can design. And that means you might have a great tech plan for a class, but you only have 60 minutes or less, in our case 43 minutes on our shortest days, to get our lesson in. And if something goes wrong with technology in that time and you have to spend 10 minutes trying to get it back up and running, you're less likely to actually try that plan again because you don't want to waste all that time in the classroom. What else stands in our way? So there are 3 more items that I was thinking of. First, teaching philosophies and political ideologies. So according to Karaz and Ozdemir in 2006, they mentioned one educational fundamentalism, one philosophy basically, where the teacher is seen as an authority and the job of education is to get children to conform to the standards set by society. That's one of the educational philosophies that hinders technology acceptance, because technology acceptance means that students can become their own teachers. So if we start getting concerned about the fact that that students can be their own teachers and the role of the teacher is lessened, that's going to stand in the way of implementation. My father was concerned about 1984 and Big Brother and everything like that when the computers came out. I'm talking about the book 1984. And so his philosophy was kind of like the less technology, the better. Um, and that's how I grew up. So for me, because of my family and the way that my family was kind of raised to avoid technology, it's been a hurdle to integrate technology in the classroom because my entire childhood was, avoiding that. There is, of course, the inequity of tech access in certain schools, the bring your own device versus one-to-one access. that can cause some problems. Children who have access to good technology versus those who don't. One-to-one access is much better where everyone uses the same technology, but that also limits students from doing everything that they can do with the technology. So that can be a little awkward as well. And then last of all, there is a shortage of teachers who really understand the computer sciences. So Yuri Walensky wrote an article after President Obama made a goal to have more technology education in the schools, that the National Science Foundation's goal was to have 10,000 teachers completely trained in computer sciences by the year 2015, in 5 years. But they only were able to get 2,000 teachers trained in computer sciences. So there are a lack of teachers who are actually able and fluent in the subject. Hopefully something that this class can kind of help us solve. Here are my references: Bates Becker, the Consortium for School Networking, Hugh and Brush, Karaz and Ozdemir, and then Walensky, all included within those references. Thank you very much, and have a good evening.